Today I'd like to talk to you about not being offended. Matthew 11:6 says this. It says, "Blessed is he who is not offended because of me." This chapter is a lot about John the Baptist, and Jesus knew that he was so offensive to the religious people of the day because they wanted a leader who would free them from the Roman oppression. And so I want to tell you that's someone, Jesus was seen as someone who would institute religion over government, someone to enforce their laws and free them from the politically tyrannical civil laws of the time. But Jesus came to deal with sin and rebellion and offer grace, not to lead a rebellion. We are offended when our wants and expectations are not met. John the Baptist was offensive too. He did not fit the description of the forerunner of the Messiah. His attire, his diet, his harping on repentance every sermon, not what was desired of him, but Jesus and John the Baptist came to bring truth and light. And they did. Perhaps this verse could be added unto the Sermon on the Mount. And if there were an extra beatitude, would it be, "Blessed are the unoffended"? But we want to be unoffended by things that the world takes offense to, because the world, in the state that it is, it needs to be offended because it's out of sync with God. We are seemingly over-offended these days in a different way. We're offended by everything. I think this hyper-offended tendency is created by a lack of true apologies, forgiveness, understanding, empathy, civility, and truly tact. We would do well to study how Jesus handled things, since he knew a lot about what it meant to be an offense, and so did his forerunner, John the Baptist. How he spoke and how he kept the focus on the main thing, and not every offense that could be taken or assumed. That is something of an example for us. What a blessing to be unoffended, particularly by the Lord.